Hey guys, my topic for today is adopt or shop. Have you ever taken the time to think why people mention that adoption is so important? That is because they're trying to tell you to go save a life. Not only will you be saving the life of a dog, but you will also be helping put a stop to the puppy mill industries out there. I own a dog. I adopted him last year. He is a 1-year-old husky. His name is Gordito. This was him when he was 3 months old, and adopting him was like one of the best things I've ever done, and now he's my best friend. In my speech, I will be addressing why people should consider adopting instead of going out to shop for a dog. To start off, not only will you be helping save a life, but you will also be helping put a shutdown to the puppy mills. According to the Puppy Mill Project, nearly all dogs that are sold at pet stores come from these industries. Now, what are puppy mills? Puppy mills are commercial breeding facilities that mass produce dogs, and their main priority is gaining profit out of these puppies, and they don't care about the well-being of the dogs. Puppy mills conditions are unethical. Female dogs are used over and over to produce more puppies to the point where they no longer can. And when this happens, these people kill these female dogs, meaning they either shoot them, drown them, any way to get rid of these dogs. And the puppies are taken away from their mothers at a very early age, which leads up to health problems. And female dogs, or dogs in general, that are kept in the puppy mills are put in cages for like their whole entire lives, and their surroundings, like their homes, are dirty, never cleaned up, because these people just care about the profit, like make the babies and then sell them. They just don't care about if they're hungry, if they're thirsty, if they're sick. They just don't care about that. They just like, hand me the money, here's the puppy, now have a nice day. But yeah, they either sleep by their poop or they pee. They literally sleep anywhere, and they're barely fed, and they barely get any clean water because the water that they're given stays out there for days. In order for a puppy mill to run their industry or their business, they have to be licensed. But in some situations, they get away with it by not being licensed. They find a way to make profit, to find money out of these puppies. In 2019, the Puppy Mill Project stated that there's about 10,000 puppy mills out there in the United States, and only 3,000 are controlled by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Like, wow, that's shocking. And the way the puppy mills send off these puppies off to the pet store is kind of sad. They put a bunch of puppies in one cage when only one cage is supposed to hold one dog or puppy. And these puppies go on days without eating, without drinking, and some puppies don't even make it alive to the pet stores. They're dead by the time they get opened up and stuff like that. Adopting a pet will not only be helping fight the puppy mills, but it will also save the life of a dog. Usually dogs end up in shelters because they're either abandoned, lost, given up, or mistreated, or even rescued. According to the American Humane, 56% of these dogs enter a shelter and are put down. That is because the puppy mill pet stores are getting more attention of these people, and the shelters don't even get any attention. Like, they barely get any attention. That is why they had to put down the dogs, because so many dogs come in and there's barely any space, there's barely any funding. They just had to find a way to put more dogs into the shelter. A lot of people think that these dogs that are in shelters are not healthy, and that's why they choose to buy dogs in pet stores. But actually it's the other way around, because those dogs that come from puppy mills are not well taken care of, and at the shelter they have volunteers and people who actually give their time, like, and have professional training, like vet training, take care of these dogs, and they're healthy. Meanwhile, you'll be wasting a lot of money going to the vet with the puppy that you got from a pet store. And the ASPCA statistics show that only 25% of these dogs from shelters are adopted each year. There are advantages on adopting a dog from a shelter. You are saving a lot of money. I remember that my dad spent less money at a shelter because I remember I had went to the Bargain Boutique here in Granville, Michigan, and a German Shepherd cost, I believe, $1,500. And compared to my dog, I saved a lot of money. I remember I spent, I think, less than half of what the German Shepherd at the Bargain Boutique cost. And it was amazing because I was a match with my dog. At the shelter, they give you a test, or they ask you questions just to know that the dog that you're looking at is a good match with you. And the dogs at the shelter get veterinary care, which means there are people who are trained for this that take care of the dogs, compared to the puppy mills with people who don't even know what they're doing. They're also well taken care of. The volunteers come in and play with the dogs, which is really good because they're getting social interaction. They're even taken outside for walks or for runs, and it's amazing. In conclusion, take a moment to process everything. Think about why now it's important for you to consider why to go adopt a dog instead of going off to like the Bargain Boutique here in in Michigan, and spending so much money on a dog that you won't even know if it will last, sadly, compared to one from a shelter who is well taken care of. So yeah, adopt or shop.